Before I start with the video, I just want to tell you that I'm gonna do a live stream today at 3 PM Central European Time. Basically right after this video gets uploaded. I'm gonna be playing multiplayer with like streamers. There's gonna be some big names there like Bittersteel. There was supposed to be Tommy K, but he didn't come of course. And yeah, I got the second monitor now, which means I can actually read the live chat. So yeah, see you on the live stream and back to this exploit, which is actually crazy. Today I'm gonna show you an exploit which I discovered only yesterday. It was sitting in front of me for all these years. I actually discovered two exploits yesterday, but one of them has to do with industry and is not very reliable. But this one you can count on almost always. I'm gonna play as Siam to demonstrate you how it works. You're gonna need some things first. First things first, you need to have the ability to create factions. To do it as Siam, I have to finish either ideological fanaticism or why we fight. Second requirement is you need to have a country that you can create faction with. It's recommended that it's a minor country. It can be your puppet. It can also be a major, however you have to kick them out on time. Another thing that you need is the ability to have civil wars. And finally, you need to have the ability to justify on some countries, either as the starting ideology or the one that you're gonna flip to during the civil war. And that's all you need to have yourself. Now, for the target countries, yes, this lets you kill nations. Target countries must not be majors, and they must not be in a faction. That's all that's required. So you could in theory cheese China out of existence using this exploit if you do it quickly enough. Today I'm gonna try to do that as Siam. Now, if I want to take out China, which is definitely the hardest country that you could possibly take out this way, you have to set it up perfectly. Basically, I need to rush fascism immediately, so that way I can justify on China as soon as I can. At the same time, however, I can't flip fascist before I finish Libertietos, because you need to be either non-aligned or democratic for it. So we obviously need a fascist demagogue to flip, right? We need to prepare for civil war, and then we need to ignite it. In normal run, I'd wait for this to drop to 59 and do anti-fascist race, but this time I can't wait. I have to kill my stability this way. Okay, Libertietos is finished, which means we can actually flip fascist now. Just wait until we hit 50 PP, and we can now do it. We now just need political power to justify on China. Let's instantly put a division into training, and let's hope that they don't deploy their own. Actually, why hope? I'll just get transport ships and I'll naval evade behind them. It's June, and we can finally justify on China. Let's now pick the next focus, neutrality focus. Now, normally, in the OG days of Hoi 4, you wouldn't be able to do this. This will be paused, but for some reason they removed it, so yeah, thank you Paradox. Even in negative political power you can keep your justification going. Yes, we're going for neutrality effort while actively being in a civil war. True Hoi 4 moment right there. Okay, they did create a division, not one but two. Oh, we no longer need the fascist support by the way, so let's fire the fascist demagogue. Deterrence is next, and also neutrality focus instantly was removed, but it gave us 150 PP, which means I can hire the next guy. Communist revolutionary. Yep, we're going to another civil war. Actually, you could go democratic too, but I just don't feel like going democratic today. They're kind of kicking our butt right here. As long as I just hold Bangkok, everything will be fine. Why we fight is next, and for this focus we have to be in the civil war, because requirements is either 75% war tension or defensive war, and we are in defensive war right now. Somehow we are in defensive war, even though we are the ones attacking our government. Yeah, I'll try to naval invade these guys. I also find it crazy to this day how there's not a single general in Siamese army now. Okay, they're still not reacting to this down here. Okay, there goes the civil war. Now we need to prepare for the next civil war. Let's first delete our divisions. Embargo on China is about to be ready, and we can now create the faction. The country I'm gonna do it with is Austria. No brainer, really. I could do it with Italy too, but then I'd have to kick them out and whatnot. Okay, we can now do anti-communist raids, and we can ignite the next civil war. Which means we're now at war with a faction. Wait, did they change it so that it's now called just faction instead of your faction name here? Okay, so notice this. Even though I was fascist while justifying on China, I'm now communist. I'm still justifying on them. I'm gonna create one tiny division template and spam the hell out of it. You guys are also allied to Austria, which for some reason is not joining the war. Well, because 50% war tension obviously is required to join the civil war. That's fine, doesn't matter. I won't be able to steal the Austria in this peace deal, but hey, it's okay. If you want to, however, steal Austria too, you'd have to like justify in USA and whatnot, and you know how it works. Our war goal on China is ready, but I won't attack them just yet. We're almost done with the civil war, right? We just need to take Hatyai. So let's attack China. Let's take Hatyai. They joined the faction. And we got the China in the peace deal. Look at this thing. And we just got the whole China for ourselves. Now, yeah, why would you pick China? Huh, you get attacked by Japan in like 2 months, idiot. Yeah, but not if you do this. I just puppet them everywhere except for one state. Add war operations, steal the navy. If you want, you can make them communist too, so you have two communist Chinas. That'd be super funny actually. Boom. Japan won't attack my China, they're gonna attack this China. Yeah, that's the exploit basically. You can stack this, you can get a couple of countries if you got quick justification, if you're at war with some other major or something like that. You can also use this to get military access from countries if you are fighting with them before the civil war, then end up in the civil war. This also has some other usages. For example, you could get France stuck in this instead of allies.